wiped by work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like just going through the notions,
Yeah.
zero inspiration.
Totally.
And you're just kind of like dragging yourself, from one task to the next.
Yep.
Well, I think we all have.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do a deep dive on burnout today.
That's good.
And we're looking at this excerpt about how to manage burnout from within.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so the idea that we can actually control some of this stuff,
Yeah.
even when the workplace is a little bit crazy.
Right.
So we're going to talk about how to actually spot those sneaky burnout signs.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of times we don't realize we're burning out until it's like
Oh, yeah.
way too late, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the most important thing, how to actually like get your well-being back.
Yes.
So, and I think this is going to be so helpful for like literally everyone.
I think so too, because, burnout, it's so prevalent these days.
Oh, gosh.
It's not just about you as an individual.
Yeah.
It impacts teams, it impacts companies.
Whole industries.
Entire industries, yeah.
It's crazy.
So yeah, getting a handle on it's really important.
Yeah, and this excerpt, it just jumps right into it.
Does it?
It says like right off the bat, you're feeling drained, uninspired, overwhelmed.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like that's basically it, right?
Yeah.
Those are the big ones.
That's burnout bingo.
Burnout bingo. I love that. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, right.
But I think, it's interesting because sometimes it's not that obvious, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's not like you wake up one morning and you're like, I'm burned out. Exactly.
Right.
It's sneaky.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And that's the dangerous part about it.
So like, what are some of those signs that maybe we're not really paying attention to?
Well, you might start feeling emotionally just exhausted, like you have nothing left, you
Yeah.
know? And then you might start to get a little cynical
Oh, yeah.
about your work, about your projects, about your coworkers even.
Right.
And maybe your productivity is just like in the toilet. You're not getting things done the way you used to.
Yeah, you're just not as efficient.
Right.
I feel like that's a big one for me.
Yeah,
It's like when I start getting really inefficient and it's taking me like 3 times as long
exactly.
to do something that usually takes me an hour.
Yep. And then you get more frustrated.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
It's like a vicious cycle.
It is a vicious cycle.
So being able to spot these early signs is really key.
Okay, now this is the part that I thought was really interesting.
Okay.
Managing burnout from within.
Mm.
What does that even mean?
Right.
Like, I get that it's about like focusing on ourselves,
Yeah.
but I don't really understand, like, what does that look like practically?
So it's about understanding that you have power
Okay.
in this situation.
Right.
Even if you're in a difficult work environment,
Right.
you have the power to kind of equip yourself
Okay.
with tools and strategies.
So it's not just about like
Right.
surviving. It's about like
It's about thriving.
thriving. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
So what are some of the tools then?
Okay, so the excerpt
Right.
kind of breaks it down into 3 main areas.
Okay.
The first one is identifying burnout early.
Okay.
That's what you were just talking about.
Right.
And this starts with just like paying attention
Right.
to your own internal signals.
So being self-aware.
Being self-aware, exactly.
Okay.
Are you snapping at your partner or your kids more?
Yeah. Are you more irritable?
More irritable? Are you withdrawing from
I'm-
like social activities you used to love?
Yeah.
Are you exhausted all the time?
Even after sleeping 8 hours?
Even after a good night's sleep? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like these are things to pay attention to.
Right.
And actually the excerpt suggests like tracking your mood
Ooh.
and your energy levels.
So like journaling.
Journaling.
Or like there's apps for that?
There's tons of apps.
Like mood tracker apps?
Mood tracker apps. Yeah, and even like those.
Like the Fitbit?
Yeah,
It tracks your sleep.
exactly. All that stuff can be really helpful. Oh, yeah.
Because then you actually have data.
Right. Instead of just being like,
I think I'm more tired.
exactly. It's like, no, the data shows.
The data sits.
Yeah.
Okay. I like.
All right, so the second area
Yeah.
is setting boundaries.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
This is a tough one.
I think for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I know it is for me.
Me too.
But the excerpt says that this is like
Essential.
non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
When it comes to burnout.
Yeah, because it's about protecting
Okay.
your time,
Yeah.
your energy.
Right.
And so what this might look like is
Okay.
getting really clear on your priorities
That work.
at work. Yeah.
Okay.
Like what actually needs to get done?
Right. What's actually important?
What's actually important?
And what can maybe wait?
Right.
Or what can I give to somebody else?
Exactly. Delegate when you can.
Okay.
And then having a firm shut-off time,
Ooh.
like
Close the laptop.
close the laptop, no more emails.
No more work calls.
No more work calls.
Okay. I used to be terrible at this.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Like I was always
Always connect ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started setting boundaries.
Good for you.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was hard at first, but honestly,
Yeah.
it's like transformed how I feel about work.
I bet.
I have so much more energy.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
because you're actually giving yourself time to recharge.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it leads right into the third area.
Does it?
It does.
Okay.
Self-care.
Yes.
Now, this is the one that I think people
Oh, yeah.
sometimes misunderstand.
They think it's selfish.
Or they think it's just like
Frivolous, but
bubble
not frivolous.
baths.
Right. Exactly.
But it's not that.
It's not.
So what is it?
Well, the excerpt talks about engaging in activities
Okay.
that recharge you.
Okay.
So things that bring you joy,
Right.
things that make you feel alive.
That you genuinely enjoy.
Genuinely enjoy, yes.
So not just like what you think you should be doing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
So that might be exercise for some people.
Sure.
Creative hobbies.
Right. Like painting or
Knitting.
knitting,
Yeah.
photography.
Gardening.
Yes.
Yeah, those things.
Spending time with loved ones.
Yeah.
You know, getting out in nature.
That's a good one.
Just things that fill your cup back up.
So it's almost like the opposite of burnout.
It is.
Like burnout makes you feel cynical and negative. And,
All right.
And self-care is about like,
bringing back that
Yeah.
passion, that joy, that connection.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So it's not selfish. It's essential.
It's essential.
It's like essential for your well-being.
Your well-being. Yeah.
But it sounds like it takes some like
Oh, yeah.
self-awareness
Absolutely.
to actually figure out what those things are
Big time.
that bring you joy.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe where people get tripped up.
Yeah. They're not sure.
They don't know.
They don't know what they like anymore.
Exactly.
And that's okay.
You know, it's a journey.
It's a process.
It's a process. It's not a quick fix.
Right.
So be patient with yourself
Okay.
and, you know, celebrate those small wins along the way.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this whole deep dive has
Yeah.
been so insightful.
Okay.
I feel like this excerpt is like giving us permission
To take control.
to take control
Yeah. Yeah.
and build a healthier relationship with work.
Exactly.
So before we wrap up, I think we should leave people with something to think about.
I love that idea.
So I'm going to let you do the honors.
All right. So for everyone listening,
Yeah.
what's one small step you can take today?
Today.
Yeah.
Right now.
To prioritize your well-being.
Mm.
So maybe it is taking a walk at lunch.
Oh,
or
boy.
maybe it's setting that out-of-office message.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just acknowledging
Oh.
that you're feeling burned out.
My God.
Because that awareness
Is the first step.
is the first step towards positive change.
Love it.
Yeah.
On that note,
Ah.
I think we should wrap up.
I think so too.
Okay. Till next time.
Bye. Bye.